if we're going to miss that many shots. Said, and that's something we've done a good job of thus far in these playoffs. Also thought offensively they turned down the first open look too often and ended up taking more contested shots. 3 to shoot here. Holiday with a hand in his face, unable to hit. Good contest from Mobley. And again, that initial corner look may have been a better one from Holiday. Here's Mitchell, guarded by Horford. Mitchell's 3 is good.
This building is rocking. To see your face when they announced the Cavs walking out onto this court, it is a special environment. It's different than Boston, it's different than New York, it's different than Philly, but it is a special place.
Horford in the corner, can't hit, back iron. There's another offensive rebound from Boston. Holiday looking to work Mobley, and beautiful finish from the veteran Holiday. Here's Mitchell, will fire again, and hit.
And I can almost 100% guarantee that the game plan is not to go under on Donovan Mitchell. You have to meet him at the level. That has to be a switch.
Tatum with an answer from 3.
And I would go the same to say that that's not the game plan for the Cleveland Cavaliers. But Donovan Mitchell, that's a trigger. If you get somebody going underneath you, that's an automatic shot.
White off the steal. Brown surges inside. Can't finish. Horford lost it. Here's Mitchell pulling again. No. Rebound. Saved by Mobley, and it last hits.
Mind you, kind of arguing with the referees, but you got to get back.
Yeah.
You can't. Right there, you could almost see that happening. You had 3 guys complaining to the official, and I get it. But then all of a sudden, they get an open path for a layup because your defense isn't back and set off a dead ball.
Here's Garland probing. Strus looking to attack. Okoro flying through. Mobley on the flush.
And we talked about it in the open. It's not that first drive. It's the second and third drive that will break down their defense.
Here's Tatum pulling again. He got it. Jason Tatum nailing his first 2 attempts from 3.
And Darius Garland's got to get to the bottom. For the Boston Celtics, if they have attempted the 3, then
pops it out of bounds.
Approach to the ebbs and flows, saying with all the awards already been voted on, at this point in time, it's just about can you impact the game and find a way to win. He also brought up the end-of-year awards after Game 2 when responding to people being spoiled by their success, saying we're a super team, but we didn't get awarded. Like, for one way to be valued, there's never one way for greatness, and each night is going to present a different opportunity. And so far, guys, taking advantage of the scoring opportunities early.
Yeah, one of the things, Cassidy, great stuff that Joe Mazzulla talked to us about before the game in regard to Tatum is he said people get unfairly because of that. He said, yeah, are there areas where he can play better? Yes, but he thinks more than anything else, he thinks people are just impatient with him and how they evaluate Tatum.
Well, the thing that I like it is that Jason Tatum doesn't hide from it. He doesn't hide from that intensity. When you get drafted to the Boston Celtics and you go to the conference finals in your first year as Jaylen Brown knocks down that little midi, when you have that much success and you are deemed one of the future faces of this league, the clock is ticking, and unfairly so, but it has for great players. Michael Jordan, LeBron James. The clock gets ticking for these types of players, and they love that responsibility.
His best game of these playoffs in Game 2, scored 21 points off the bench. And as J.B. Bickerstaff talked to us about, he's really the only break-you-down off-the-dribble guy that comes off the Cavs bench, so they need that kind of impact from him. He'll fire here, can't hit. Cavs bench as a whole has really struggled from 3 in these playoffs, 22%. Here's Tatum with a hand in his face, unable to hit. Good contest from Strus, and Mobley a strong-handed rebound. Okoro dashing into the lane, banks it in. Peyton Pritchard, Luke Cornett in off the bench for Boston, out there with Brown, Tatum, and White. Okoro, Strus, LeVert, Mobley, and Mitchell for Cleveland. Here's Tatum, looking to take Strus. Tatum gets inside, bounces behind Cornett, and Boston turns it over. Mitchell lobbing it up. Mobley had to just got on the board last night. For more on these games, please go to NBA.com or visit the NBA app. Dean Wade missed 28 straight games because of a knee injury. Hasn't played since March 8th as Brown splashes in a three. Here's LeVert. Out to Wade. He'll fire and hit.
The Cavs have missed him. They have missed his versatility. They have missed his ability to stretch the floor. It's another body that they can bring in. They have Max Strus. They have so many players, but you need them collectively playing together. They are happy to see Wade back on the floor.
He had a huge game in the regular season against Boston, as that'll stay.
You know, the Cavs are excited to have him, and hitting that first shot as Hauser knocks down a three.
So both teams shooting it well in the early going. Boston 4 of 9 from deep after they went 8 for 35 the other night. Mobley centered on Hauser. Horford came with the help and the rejection. Mobley wanted a foul, didn't get it. Here comes Tatum. The hesitation, the explosion, and the flush. And Cleveland needs
amount of respect for both organizations.
And I know when we're here together, just the way this city still reveres you for everything you did contributing to that title, and I know how much you enjoyed your time here as well.
Well, let me say, as the sole reason why we won a championship, as Max Strus knocks down a three, as the sole reason why, I really enjoy coming back here, but honestly, just the best people in the world in the state of Ohio. I had so much time. My son Phoenix was born here in Ohio during that championship run, so it's even more of a lifelong connection.
Holiday knocks down the three. Both of these teams shooting it well from distance in the early going. Cleveland 4 of 9, Boston 5 of 10. JB Bickerstaff's #1 priority defensively has been limiting the amount of attempts from the Celtics. Wants it under 40 each game. Couldn't do it in game 1, did in game 2. Mitchell connects. Pretty fun opening quarter here in Cleveland.
And I will say this, Donovan Mitchell, when they gets that big on him, I love it out of bounds. The other guys involved, and I think he's done an outstanding job last game and early thus far.
Third three of the quarter for Mitchell, who is 6th all-time in playoff scoring points per game. For those who, by the way, Mitchell's last 4 games in these playoffs, he has averaged just under 38 points per. 1:30 to go in the first. Tatum left alone again. Can't hit that one. Thompson the rebound. Gave Cleveland good minutes in game 2. Mitchell will pull. No. Wade the rebound. Garland a chance. Can't hit. And Horford on the weak side collects it for Boston. A 1-point Cavs lead. First quarter action. A swing game 3. Holiday bodies in.
Defensively, what he's able to bring, that's been the key thing to their special year so far.
Tied at 26, under a minute to go in the first. Here's LeVert. Jittering into the paint. Can't flip it in. Tatum the rebound. Celtics with numbers. Holiday bounces ahead. Beautifully executed opportunity in transition from Boston. Garland. Throws it away. Poor possession there from Garland. Here's Tatum all the way in, lays it home, and executes the 2-for-1 as well. So back-to-back buckets in transition from Boston.
How you finish these quarters are so big. A live ball turnover, you cannot have those, especially against the Boston Celtics that score with ease.
Mitchell hops into the paint, looking for space. Oh, lays it up and in. Put in it. Creative finish there from Donovan Mitchell. Three seconds left in the quarter. Tatum spinning, taking, can't hit, and that'll do it for the first. Able to tap it in through Strus, and Kristaps Porzingis applauds the effort. Here is Strus, a deep 3, well short. Mobley keeps it alive, finds the cutter. Morris barrels in. LeVert follows it up, and it gets deflected out of bounds. Stays with Tatum. Checks out. Here's Mobley rocking the rim.
And I love that pass to Mobley, because if the small is there and there's a charge opportunity, it's an open pass to the corner, so he has multiple options. But Mobley off to another good start, similar to game 2.
Yes, 9 points in this first half. White nearly traveled. Crowd wanted it. Here's White. Mobley up into him. 3 to shoot.
He's supposed to force that kick out or make it a much tougher shot. They're going to have to clean that up.
Hauser run off, will drive it. What hands from Mobley to knock that away using the 7'4" wingspan. 5th turnover from Boston. LeVert. J.B. Bickerstaff likes to say he has an offbeat wiggle. I think is the best description I've ever heard of LeVert. Strus can't hit the 3, wanted a whistle, did not get it. Here's Holiday. Plotting his way in. Holiday just so good at finishing against bigger bodies on the interior.
Yes, and if you remember in game 2, Evan Mobley got into foul trouble, trying to do a little too much, trying to get some shot blocks. So even there, he's going to stay on his feet and make you finish over the top. That's actually smart by Mobley and a great finish by Drew Holiday.
No fouls thus far for Mobley. Morris forces it up and off. Good contest from Holiday. Strus up into White. He'll drive it, float it, can't hit. Holiday the rebound. Kick out Hauser. He got it on a 3. And Drew Holiday really making things. Brown able to flip it in.
And speaking about since he came into the league, Jaylen Brown putting together a good, solid first half. Look, he's an all-star. He's an all-NBA player. I think the collective, they're still trying to figure out how to maximize each other, even though they have won as many games as Donovan Mitchell.
And he is fired up. The step-back 3, his 5th of the half. 17 points for Mitchell, a 3-point Celtics lead. Brown.
Donovan Mitchell, him and Jason Tatum both came into the league with success, and they have grown into the leaders that they are. It's truly been special to watch on both sides for both these players.
Holiday a 3 is good. Have a half, Drew Holiday. 15 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists. He is 6 of 8 from the floor. 7-point Celtics lead. Mitchell gives it up. Okoro alone, can't hit. And Brown the rebound. Okoro now 0 for 2 from 3. Brown speeds into the paint and finishes easily.
And Brown again with the lefty finish, but the Cavs bench, that was the story in game 1. Peyton Pritchard outscored the Cavs bench by himself. And then all of a sudden, to me, it was the Cavs bench in game 2. Caris LeVert playing well, but they've got to get more from their bench if you're talking about the Cavs.
What a play by White. All right, mystery solved. On to the next. Okoro gets denied by Cornette, out of bounds. Last touch Thompson. Boston basketball. By the way, the 15 points Holiday already has tonight, his high for these playoffs for a game. Part of what makes Boston so tough. Tatum lost. Right elbow being worked on and looked at. We get any more intel? Thank you very much. Here's Garland, gets free, and pizza pies at home. Of game 3, series tied at 1 apiece. Horford into the corner, Pritchard short. Rebound Wade, his first game back since early March. Here's Mitchell, wanted a whistle, will take the bucket instead. 19 for Donovan Mitchell.
And Donovan Mitchell is doing a good job picking up the slack. Last game, Isaac Okoro and Caris LeVert had 33 points combined. So far tonight, they have 3. They're going to need more contribution from those guys, even with Donovan Mitchell's performance so far.
White, a deep one, short. He ricochets right off Mobley. White again, that one won't go. And Derek White having a serious regression to the mean over the last 2 games after he had been piping hot from 3 in these playoffs.
See, Evan Mobley right now, he's got a smaller player, and he's looking to do a dribble handoff after he caught it on that block. Get in there, go to work, take your time.
There you go. Couldn't finish it, though.
But it's the right mentality. You could do the same thing against Jaylen Brown if you're Evan Mobley.
Brown keeps his footing and lays it in.
That's what we're talking about for Mobley looking aggressive. He's got no one behind him, and he's got one player that he's got to play against. He does dribble handoff and get something, but ultimately you need to see that consistently.
And one of the things J.B. Bickerstaff has told us repeatedly about Evan Mobley was he just always makes the right basketball play. People often want him to score more, be more aggressive, but that's not his mentality.
Greatness is selfish.
Brown lays it in again. Jaylen Brown in transition. He's up to 13 points, 6 of 7 from the floor. Wade an open three off the mark. Tatum guides the rebound over to Brown. Celtics with some momentum. Here's Brown, dribbled it off his leg, out of bounds.
Make a pass, make a Euro. There, he's just straight lining drive from really half court.
Maybe a little worried about the 2 fouls he has, and Brown able to take advantage. Wade left alone, misses that one as well. Cleveland 7 for 21 from 3 in this first half.
This is a big 2.5 minutes for the Cavs and Celtics. Who is going to go in the halftime playing with the momentum?
Mitchell snatches it away from Tatum. Here's Mitchell into the paint, cuts through. Only Cav in double figures. Jared Allen missing a 6th straight game with bruised ribs, still just day to day. Here's Tatum. Over to Horford in the corner. Holiday has
No timetable, and he continues to be listed as questionable because it's based on how he feels when he wakes up and if the pain he's feeling has subsided, guys.
His face has also remained exactly like that the entire playoffs.
We used to cover the Nets, and his face has been like that his entire career. But when he is on the court, there is no doubt about the impact he has. He is sorely missed. Him and Porzingis, both sides miss.
1:35 to go in this second quarter. Here's Strus. Mobley surges to the hoop and flushes it down. 11 for Evan Mobley. Tatum with 14, Brown with 13, Holiday with 15, and they have all been very efficient in this half. Here's Tatum.
Derek White, that was the outlier in that first portion of the postseason, averaging 22 points before game 2. Here tonight, 0 for 5, only 1 point, but the slack is getting picked up by his teammates.
10-point Celtics lead. Mitchell separates, takes, and hits. 6-3 of the half for Mitchell. 23 points.
If there is any doubt that Donovan Mitchell is an absolute superstar in this league, he has shown it in the postseason with multiple performances, including the first half thus far.
Tatum, step back 3 of his own, won't go. Strus the rebound, 2-for-1 opportunity for Cleveland. Mitchell doesn't look like he's going to race into it. The pirouette, the kick, Okoro, no. And Brown the rebound.
That's a great pass. Okoro's got to knock it down. Shot 40% from 3. Actually had great game 1 and great game 2. Double digits in both games. He needs to pick it up on the offensive end.
He's 0 for 3 from 3 tonight. 1 of 5 from the floor. Brown whips it out. Tatum, the spin.
It's because he collapsed. That's the 3-point shot, in my opinion, you want to avoid.
Garland gets it off. Can't finish it. That'll do it for the first half. The lead is 15 for Boston. Their largest of the evening. Here's Mobley. Mobley spinning on Horford. Could not finish. Good D from Boston. White through the lane. Can't flip it in. Strus collects it. Mitchell really the only source of offense for Cleveland in that first half, as Strus unable to finish. Max Strus now 1 of 6 from the floor. Okoro's 1 of 5. Garland is 2 for 7. Mobley 4 of 8. The only other Cav in double figures. Here's Tatum, 7 to shoot. White, great look underneath, and Brown serves it in. Okoro in the corner, again, Okoro unable to hit. He's now 0 of 4 from 3.
And that's big because Al Horford's on him, so they're putting a big on him, making him have to shoot over top of the big as Derek White knocks down another big three. They're putting the Cavs players in good positions. They just have to step up. And this is one thing I want to say. I was a role player in many different occasions with many great players. You have a responsibility as a role player. There is that is the part that makes the game fun, is that you want to do your job. And right now the Cavaliers need more people to step up.
Okoro still can't finish. Brown comes away with a rebound. Numbers for Boston in the corner. Horford. Back iron, no. Tatum keeps it alive. Right back to Tatum. Holiday wide open. You bet. And Mobley is limping quite a bit now. 14-0 here in the third in favor of the Celtics. Mitchell just has to hoist.
So JB Bickerstaff is forced to go a little bit deeper into his bench earlier than he would like.
23-point Boston lead. Mitchell spins, tosses, and finishes. Donovan Mitchell having to do it all himself right now. That's been a theme throughout these playoffs for Cleveland. 25 for Mitchell, his 5th straight game with at least 25. Boston turns it over. Here is Wade. Mitchell swiveling behind Wade. 6th straight game with at least 25 for Mitchell. Here's Wade, back after missing 28 straight games. Mitchell trapped, flips it out, 5 to shoot. Wade will, no. Rebounds.
This Cleveland team has been very unique, losing every road game in the postseason until last game. That's when they stepped up. But the Boston Celtics, as much as there's always that pause, they had the one game more input as they grew. And so for me, watching them manage the game and manage each other has been impressive to watch.
Misses both free throws there. Here's Garland. Jitters through the lane, misses the floater, and it's gonna second foul on Horford. Here's Mitchell giving it up. Wade laying it in. 9 straight from Cleveland. Tatum being ridden by Strus. Tatum turns the third. Said also he knows once his teammates are a threat, it opens things up for him as well, which is what we saw in the second half of game 2.
For elite scorers, the assists and the passes are also the things that make them different and special.
Garland, guarded by Holiday, trying to dance around him. Holiday going with him. Garland spins, flips, and finishes. Tough bucket from Darius Garland, who has struggled throughout the night. 14-point Boston lead. 4:40 to go in the third quarter of game 3. Tatum goes right around Wade, lobs it up to Cornet for the flush. Gorgeous setup from Jason Tatum.
And that is an elite pass there by Tatum. You see him trying to navigate that three, trying to get space, but what a pass to Cornet.
Mitchell draws to
close out on the three-pointer.
Mitchell trying to work Holiday. Mitchell now with Cornet on him. 3 to shoot, gonna have to, and flips it in. Donovan Mitchell now with 27 points. By the way, even though Evan Mobley, as Cassidy reported, likely to return in this game, JB Bickerstaff has stayed with this group, going small with Wade at the 5, as they have had success cutting into what was a 23-point deficit. Here's Tatum through the lane, got denied partially by Wade. Here comes Mitchell, finding Wade. LeVert stops on a dime and drops it in. 12-point game.
And Karis LeVert starting to do a little something. He's one of the X factors for this Cavaliers team. His playmaking, his ball handling is so important.
A 15-4 Cavs run. Sam Merrill in for Cleveland as well. Brown too easy as he skates right to the cup. 17 for Brown on 8 of 11 from the floor. LeVert trying to get around Tatum. Forced the pass to Strus. It wasn't Mobley. gets ready to check back in. Did not see Merrill in game 2 as part of the rotation. Here's Brown, elevating, forced it up. Not a good shot or possession there from Brown in Boston.
Yeah, they did such a good job of moving the ball, and I know he was trying to attack the mismatch, but you got to keep that ball moving.
Look at the handle here from Mitchell, the spin. Couldn't finish him, too, talking about how that was what the Cavs needed. They needed the others to step up. They got it in game 2. They have not gotten it yet tonight.
No, we talked about that, the 30 points off their bench. But they're going to need help, and what a play there by Jason Tatum.
Not settling in this third quarter. Tatum now has 25 points, 11 rebounds, 5 assists, shooting 50% from the floor. Mitchell gets a clean look, can't hit. Mobley keeps it alive. Another chance here for Cleveland. LeVert step back 3 is good. A much needed one for Karis LeVert. And for the Cleveland others. LeVert with 7 in the quarter after he was scoreless in the first half. Tatum. Back to Horford. Tatum wants it again. Guarded by Strus. 7 to shoot. Tatum connects. A contested long 2, and Tatum able to drill it.
Great defense, better offense there. Max Strus doing everything he can. But Jason Tatum on that little logo block is just so tough.
Great D there from Brown, cutting off the drive from LeVert.
Deadly space for elite scorers. It is special to watch Jason Tatum get the dunk, jab, get the jump shot. He's giving everything that the Cavaliers cannot handle.
27 for Tatum. Wants it again, guarded by Mobley. Tatum will fire the 3. Too strong. Pritchard grabs the rebound. Garland didn't even attempt to put his arms up for the board. And he's up with it. Mitchell, step back. Sure. A 30-point night for Donovan Mitchell. Executes the 2 for 1. 7-3 of the evening for Mitchell. 12-point game. Brown a deep 3 is good.
And we talked about not going under on Donovan Mitchell. It's the same for Jaylen Brown or Jason Tatum. I understand that Merrill is showing, but you got to get there. You got to get back to his body.
Mitchell looking to take Pritchard, spinning, taking, can't hit. Rebound to Tatum, and that'll do it for the 3rd.
And then finish the possession with a defensive rebound.
How do you generate more production outside of Donovan here in this quarter?
Mitchell on the bench to begin the quarter as Mobley flushes it down on a gorgeous. Garland dips into the paint, can't bank it in. Mobley the follow. Timeout Boston. Down to single digits, trailed by 23. It's been 27-13 Cavs since. Tatum through the lane, lays it in. 29.
Good verticality.
Let's take a look at tomorrow's playoff schedule. On ABC Sunday, we'll have the 2024 NBA Draft Lottery presented by State Farm at 3 Eastern. And then Knicks-Pacers game 4. Indiana looking to even up the Knicks at 2 apiece. Then TNT at 8 Eastern. It'll be Minnesota hosting Denver. The Nuggets, the defending champions, getting on the board last night. For more on these games, please go to NBA.com or visit the NBA app. LeVert with 9 in the second half after a scoreless first half. Here's Tatum. Tatum gives it up. 7 to shoot. Brown speeds into the lane and flips it in. Jaylen Brown getting to the cup. He has 22. LeVert dips inside of Horford and lays it home.
And that's what they need to be doing. It's that second drive.
And a couple of questionable shots back-to-back from Tatum. Mitchell a 3. No, airmailed it. He's 7 of 12 now from 3 on the night.
And I can feel it right now. Both teams they're a little exhausted. They put forth a lot of effort. Who is going to be the first one to settle down? Will it be the Cavs and get themselves back into it?
Pritchard from the logo.
And that is a big shot by Peyton Pritchard. You got all of those guys down there. You tee it up and knock it down.
Lead back to 12. Huge three from Pritchard. Garland serves it up. Mobley flushes it down through the contest. Darius Garland just playing with a better aggression and pace in this fourth. 10-point Celtics lead. Mobley with 17. Pritchard guarded by Merrill. White left alone will take and hit. Leave Derek White there even for a second.
No, there was a miscommunication there, and even Merrill came over and gave a very good stunt there.
Donovan Mitchell lays it home, plus the foul, and a chance for Mitchell completes the three-point play. Timeout, Cleveland. 5.5 to go in the fourth. Mitchell, great look. Garland, wide open three. Is good. Beautiful play out of the timeout, drawn up by J.B. Bickerstaff.
But the same
Out. Shovels to Tatum instead, and Brown on the finish off the dish from Tatum.
just elite defense and elite passing from the Boston Celtics. I feel like where they get in trouble is when they take too many contested threes. But when they're moving the ball and playing defense like that, it's impossible to guard.
Garland pizza pies it home. Garland with 15.